Say hello to my little deals. Hey everyone, and welcome back to part 3 of our summer sale coverage. Now we looked at the games at brand new low prices, we looked at probably what are the best games at under $5. Today we'll be looking at all the rest, what I would call the heavy hitters. Now most of these games are games we just don't see on sale all that often, maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So if you've been waiting around, now is probably an excellent time to pick up these titles. Now just before we jump into those, just a quick reminder in case you're new here, halfway through the video I'll be giving away 2 $5 eSHOP gift cards. If you want to know how you participate in that giveaway, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel and drop a comment down below in the video. Also, if at the end of the video you want to look for other great deals, I'll be linking down below part 1 and 2 of the summer eShop sale because all those deals are pretty much running also till July 7th. Now with all that out of the way, let's not waste any more time and jump straight in. Just do remember, if you are liking the content, please hit that like button. So I'm starting today's video off with the 9 titles that are directly published by Nintendo and that they are all currently 30% off, dropping their price to $41.99 and running till July 7th. I decided to group all these games together because I didn't want half the video just being the Nintendo titles that probably need no introduction. Secondly, although we don't often see discounts on Nintendo titles, none of these are at lowest ever prices, and it just wasn't enough to make a huge splash in my opinion. Now the 9 titles that are currently on sale are Super Mario Odyssey, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Astral Chain, Octopath Traveler, Paper Mario The Origami King, Super Mario Maker 2, Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and Bravely Default 2. Now, although these are pretty much all great games, I would definitely say that the 2 standouts in this pack would be Astral Chain and Link's Awakening. The reason why is that they are titles from Nintendo that go on sale slightly less often than the other ones on this list. So although these aren't the best prices ever from Nintendo, unless you want to wait till Black Friday, this will probably be your last chance to pick them up on sale. Now next on our list of great deals for today, we do have a game that's back to its lowest ever price, and that is Dark Souls Remastered, that is now back to 50% off, dropping it to $19.99, and yet again will be running till July 7th. Now if you've never played a game from the Souls series before, they are a 3D action adventure game that almost feel halfway between an action RPG. And they pride themselves on delivering a challenging experience that really rewards determination, memorization, and basically fast reflexes. Now the Souls series has been so iconic, it's actually created a whole genre, with many games now being called Souls games. And in all honesty, if you've never played one before, Dark Souls Remastered is an actual pretty good spot to start at. In my opinion, it offers a very challenging and rewarding experience without being the most difficult of all the Souls games. Lastly, this is really one of those titles that only goes on sale once or twice a year, so if you wanted to pick it up, now is a pretty great time. Now our next amazing game for today is going to be Doom Eternal, that is back to 67% off, dropping the price to $19.79, and yet again will be running till July 7th. Now Doom Eternal is an FPS game that is definitely mostly focused on the single player experience. And in my opinion, currently on the Nintendo Switch, it's actually the best offering in that category. Not only that, but a lot of people thought this game would never play on the Nintendo Switch given its power limitations. And although graphically it's not the most impressive version of the game, it still runs very well whether you're in handheld mode or in docked mode. And I would definitely say that the ability to play this in handheld mode is definitely worth the trade-off. Lastly, I also want to mention that the deluxe version is also available at 67% off, coming in at $29.69, and gives you access right away to the first part of the DLC. Overall, Doom Eternal at these prices is always a great pickup. Now next on today's list of great deals, we have The Messenger, that is back to 60% off, dropping its price to only $7.99, and once again running to that date of July 7th. Now when you start out this game, it presents itself as an 8-bit style 2D action platformer. However, as you progress through the game, you'll also see some elements of Metroidvania pop up, and eventually the art style actually shift to a 16-bit one. But one thing is definitely sure about this game. If I had to make a new list of top 10 platformers on the Nintendo Switch, The Messenger would still definitely have its place among those games. The game really is that good, and you can tell that it was done with a team that has a true love for retro design. I would also say that although this game definitely has its moments of challenge, it's one that is approachable to all, as long as you're willing to put in a little bit of time and effort to really learn about the gameplay. Overall, this is one of those titles that is easily worth the full price of $19.99, therefore getting it today at 60% off $7.99 is a true steal. Now next on our list of great games on sale, we have Shovel Knight Treasure Trove that is now back to 40% off, dropping its price to $23.99, and once again running till July 7th. Now this is basically a collection of all the Shovel Knight 2D action platformers. And if our previous game was in the top 10 action platformers on the Nintendo Switch, Shovel Knight is definitely in contention for my top spot. What's great about this package is not only that each and every game is tons of fun and really remind you of gameplay based along the Mega Man series, but it's that the evolution within each game is really very apparent. And by the time you make it to the last entries like King of Cards, the gameplay shifts up so much, it really feels fresh and new. Also, almost as a bonus in this package, you get Shovel Knight Showdown, which is almost like a Shovel Knight exclusive version of Super Smash Bros. That you can play with up to 4 players. Overall, if you're a fan of 2D retro style platformers, this is a collection that you just have to pick up. So now it's time to take a quick break and announce today's winners of the $5 eShop gift cards. And our first winner for today is going to be Walter Turner, who said, "Loving these deals." And I'm really glad you were loving the deals, Walter, because I love bringing them to all of you and talking about all these great games. And our second winner for today is going to be Forced Anonymity, who said, "Hob it is, about time I try it." And if you did pick it up, I hope you're really enjoying it. Anytime Hob falls under that $5 mark, in my book, it is a great pickup. So now all you need to do to claim your $5 eShop gift card is reach out to me in my pinned comment down below. So now if we jump straight back into our deals, our next one will be on Dragon Quest XI-S, that is now 30% off, dropping it to $34.99, once again running till July 7th. Now the whole Dragon Quest series has always been turn-based RPGs, and this entry is absolutely no different. And in my opinion, if you're currently a fan of old school turn-based RPGs, this is probably the best one currently on the Nintendo Switch. And if you're currently looking for a huge RPG that you can sink more than 50 hours into, look no further, Dragon Quest XI is going to be your top candidate. Now this game isn't at its lowest ever price, however it's much closer than all the other Nintendo published titles, and that's why I separated it from the lot. Not only that, it's also offering a free downloadable demo that, get this, offers you up to 10 hours of gameplay that will transfer over to your save file if you decide to buy the game. So if you need any more convincing, you can actually try this one out for yourself. Now our next amazing deal will be on Ori and the Will of the Wisps, that is down to 40% off, dropping it to $17.99, and once again, as every other game today, running till July 7th. Now this game is the second entry in the Ori series, and just as the first, it is a 2D Metroidvania. And once again, just as many other games on today's list, we have a game that's easily in the top 10 of its genre. With number 1, a game that is graphically just stunning. Number 2, offers extremely approachable gameplay that nonetheless offers a decent level of challenge for those who seek it. And lastly, tells an absolutely touching and beautiful story through its environment. Once again, if you're a Metroidvania fan and you have not played this one yet, it should definitely be top on your list. Now our next great game for today is going to be Cuphead, that is now 30% off, dropping the price to $13.99, once again running till July 7th. Now this game is a 2D run and gun shooter that has a mostly boss rush design to its gameplay. Now first of all, just in case you don't know about Cuphead, do not be fooled by its cartoon-like graphics. This is an extremely difficult and challenging game, where even at its easiest setting, it's going to take probably dozens of tries on each one of its levels before you manage to finish it. And I would say that this game is the very definition of a get good game. There's no other way than repetition, learning each and every boss pattern to manage to beat them. However, if you're looking for a game that just feels oh so extremely rewarding when you finally do beat that boss, well then you'll find probably no other better game on the list than Cuphead. And personally, I saw those beautiful cartoon graphics just as a bonus to the completely amazing gameplay. Oh, and by the way, on June 30th, we're getting some DLC, so right now is a great time to pick up the game and get up to speed. Now, our next great deal for today is going to be The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition that is now 50% off, dropping it to $29.99, yet again running till July 7th. Now, due to the Netflix series, this game now probably needs no introduction. However, just in case, this is a 3D action RPG that has you taking on the role of the Witcher. Now, we have talked about other games on today's list being huge time investments. Well, if you want probably the biggest one on today's list, it is The Witcher right here. With even someone trying to do a straight playthrough of the game easily being above 50 hours, and someone trying to be a completionist easily 3 times that. Now once again, graphically this is definitely not the best version of The Witcher 3. However, having access to it in handheld format was definitely worth it for me once again. The only other slight warning I do want to give here about this game, it has a download size of over 30 gigabytes. So before picking it up, make sure you have room on that SD card. Now our next game for today is going to be Cyber Shadow. That is currently 15% off, dropping the game to $16.99, once again running till July 7th. Now first of all, I want to start out by saying I know this is not the best price this game has ever been. However, this is once again really one of those games that only goes on sale 2 or 3 times per year. And if you don't pick it up now, you'll most likely have to wait till at least Black Friday or the holiday sale. And for those who don't know what this game is, it is basically a 2D action platformer that almost feels like a blend of Ninja Gaiden and Mega Man. And at least in my case, when I played the game upon release in 2021, it was an instant love affair for me. It offers some really challenging and rewarding gameplay, however, made fair by a very generous checkpoint system. But make no mistake, this game will require a lot of repetition. However, that helps you develop the skills you need by those environmental challenges to really face off against the bosses. Now once again, this was another one of those games that for me was easily worth its full price. Therefore, even though it was only 15% off today, I still had to put it on my list. So now it's time for today's Sizzle Reel of Deals, and yet again, it is packed with amazing games. Do not miss this one. So now we're at the end of another eShop deals video. And just like one of the previous ones, I just couldn't pick a pick of the week because there were just too many amazing games. Now just before we go, I want to give a huge shout out to my channel supporters. Their monthly support is so appreciated. And I also want to give an extra shout out to B-Leaf, who during our last stream actually donated 5 new subs. Now on the way out, don't forget that if you did like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and click on the notification bell so you know when all my future content comes out. And as usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video.